there is a fear that is propounded by people following one political party or school of thought,
Right.
where they predominantly will say that, look what happened in Kashmir.
Right.
This may happen to you tomorrow.
Right.
If the minority indeed becomes a majority or even close to, and this is openly in political statements.
Right.
Because there are politicians who are saying that you should produce more kids,
Right.
because if you don't, then there might be a certain... So,
Right.
see, because we may laugh at it in studios,
Right.
but you know, it affects the psyche of a large mass of this country,
Right.
who don't even probably watch as much English television.
Right, right.
How would you look at all of this?
The reason why I had to instinctively laugh at it is because I think whoever makes these statements is not entirely wrong, but I wish they knew how to articulate it better.
Okay.
Because there is enough literature to support what they say. So there is a fantastic book, and which has become one of the foremost books for anyone who wants to protect, let's say, the indigenous identity of any culture.
Right.
It's called the Cultural Defense of Nations, written by a scholar by the name Leah Borgad.
Defense of nations.
The cultural defense of nations.
Cultural defense of
And he identifies that there are 4 kinds of majorities in any country.
Okay.
Okay. Particularly, he speaks of America, he speaks of the Israeli experience, and he speaks of Europe. Okay. So there are those people who are majority in numbers, but who behave like minorities because of history. So, for instance, if you look at the South African experience, the blacks in South Africa are certainly in the majority, but because of the history of repression that they suffered at the hands of the whites and the apartheid state, obviously they're bound to behave like a minority.
Right.
Okay? So that particular experience or that particular example is not unique only to India, but it is equally applicable across the world.
Okay.
Okay? So there are so what was the number of the British people when they left this country? It was barely 1 million.
Yes, that's
okay. And at that stage we were close to 40 crores.
Yes.
Right? So where is the comparison between 1 million people who dominated over the rest of the 40 crores?
Yes.
Okay? So clearly numbers alone don't speak volumes, because you may be a numerical majority, but in your mind space, if you think like a minority, because you have either not been united, or because the state has abandoned you, or because your faith is not an organized faith, and the faiths that you deal with are organized faiths, then obviously it has a bearing on demographics, on culture, on social presence.